Hi, I'm Zach Chandler, and I believe in democracy. And I know a lot of people are talking on Facebook, but no one's doing anything. And so when I heard the mayor was looking for people to staff his and be appointed to his city committees, I volunteered. And after like the 5th or 6th time, I got on the Parks Committee. I was so excited. And then I looked around and there's no training for new committee members. So I said to myself, well, I got a buddy who's in the film business. He can just have a camera and follow me around and do like behind the scenes interviews. It could be like C-SPAN and the Kardashians all together. And that could be like a training video for people. And you know, one of my big heroes in democracy is Abraham Lincoln. And he had 3 sayings. He said, every day, carpe diem, carpe living, and carpe ethics. So I'm going to bring ethics to the committees here in Santa Fe. I know a lot of people say City of Santa Fe, ethics. You can't say it in the same sentence. You know what I say to them? Well, I just said it in the same sentence. Maybe I should call my video Parks and Recreation. Nah, I might get in trouble with copyright. It's day 1 of my video diary. It's so exciting, but it can be kind of intimidating to train yourself to be a committee member. But I know karate, and my sensei says that Confucius says, he who trains himself is the mightiest warrior. Or maybe that's from the Kung Fu Panda movies.
Would you like a burrito, sir?
Oh, not today. But my goal is to learn 10 new things about the city of Santa Fe and the city committees. So let's get started. The best part of being on a city committee is you get a huge office. The best part of being on a city committee is you get an office. The best part of being on a committee is you don't have to sit in an office to get your work done. You can work anywhere. My favorite bench in City Hall, all in the name of democracy. There are 3 types of committees. There's a committee that has all councilors on it. There's another committee that has some councilors and some citizens. And then there's a committee that has all citizens. The Parks Committee has 1 councilor and 2 citizens. I'm so excited to get started. Well, today is the big day, the first meeting.
Good morning, everyone. The mayor has appointed me to be the chair.
Wait. This is a democracy. Shouldn't there be an election for the chair?
It depends on the ordinance. Our ordinance, the mayor appoints the chair.
Lesson number 1. The first thing you should do when appointed to a committee is A. Read the applicable ordinance or resolution, or B. Gloat about your appointment. The correct answer is A. You should read the applicable ordinance or resolution that created the committee.
The first thing I learned about city committees is you have to read your ordinance or resolution that creates you. And so you can either look in the code book or the city clerk has it all on the web. When I joined the Parks Committee, I thought our job was to raise private money and build new parks. And no, we don't do that at all. But words are important. As Gandhi once said, and he's a true spiritual hero of mine, the words on the page are transcendent to your heart. Thanks, big guy. Good lesson. Wait. What are all these people doing out here? We should kick them out. This is sensitive stuff.
It's a public meeting. Anyone can attend because we follow the state's Open Meetings Act.
Are there any exceptions?
Yes, there are some exceptions, like for discussions on litigation or personnel matters.
What if there's terrorists sitting in the audience? Look, right there. There's a sleeper cell. Another thing I learned is that there's these important booklets that you need to read. There's these city guide booklets that tell you how to run meetings. And then the State Attorney General's office has these booklets about open government and public records. In this booklet, it says if you're going to have a meeting, you have to give 72 hours notice. And that if a quorum, which is a majority of the members, meet anywhere to talk public business, they have to have public notice. That's really going to cut into my ability to meet with the chairperson privately. But you know what? The mayor put me on this committee for a reason, to drain the swamps. So I'm going to use these booklets as my guide. Well, maybe draining the swamps isn't the best analogy for parks because it doesn't rain a lot and the grass is kind of brown. But come monsoon season, I'm draining it.
Did he just say that? The only thing he's draining is my energy. And that concludes our meeting. And next time, please bring your ethics form from the city clerk's office. Thanks.
Lesson number 2. The city is subject to the State Open Meetings Act. A, no. B, yes. The answer is B, yes.
After that first meeting, I realized in the old days, you had to catch people in the act when they were making those secret, backroom secret deals. Deeds and money changed hands, and that's how things got done. That doesn't happen now with everyone into technology. Now deals are done by the privacy of our phones. Captain's log, stardate 25-22-121. I'm just kidding. I'm having a great time with this video diary and being on this committee. But let me introduce you to my dear, closest friend in life. My phone. I use it to text and communicate with the other committee members so we can kind of figure things out in advance before all the votes. And don't worry, it's my private phone. Everything on it is private.
He's wrong. 100% wrong. Absolutely wrong. If a committee member sends or receives a text or email regarding public business, the Inspection of Public Records Act says it is a public document. Anyone can make a public records request, and a committee member must turn over those emails, even if it's on their personal device.
Well, who would want to know what I'm texting? It turns out the local media. They want my last 30 days of texts. So I have to get my texts and I have to change it and send it to my email and print it out on my email. And then I have to turn it over to the city attorney's office and they have to look through all my texts. What is this? Russia?
Lesson number 3. An email or text on your private phone about committee business is A, a document subject to public inspection, or B, a classified document. The correct answer is A, it is a document subject to public inspection.
I have no choice. I'm just going to have to go underground. I will email next to trees. I will text as I please. I will email and text next to fish. I will text because my words are the best. I will email and text because that's how I am, because I'm Zach I am. I will text and email while doing yoga. I will text and email while in an art gallery foyer. I will text. Ow!
If you hit reply all on an email from other committee members, you've created an electronic quorum. You are having a discussion with the committee without the public present. That violates the state's Open Meetings Act. If you do something that violates the Open Meetings Act, the action is deemed void and needs to be completely redone during a public meeting.
It's another big day in the video journey. Welcome to the second meeting.
Thank you for approving the agenda. Under new business, I want to introduce our city liaison, CJ. CJ's contact number and text number are right there on the page for you.
The staff liaison puts the meeting packet together and can do limited research for you.
Lesson number 4. If you have an important newspaper article or research document you want to share with the committee, you should A. Give it to the liaison to put it in the packet, or B. Email it yourself to the other committee members and create an electronic quorum. The answer is A. Give it to the liaison to put it in the packet.
Okay, let's get started.
You know Video Diary? You can learn all you need to know about people by watching the show Project Runway. That's the show about fashion designers and Heidi Klum, and they have all these buzzwords and phrases like, just make it work, or if fashion was easy, everyone would look beautiful, or you dress how you want to be treated. So let's take CJ for example. She's one of these millennials and they dress like, this, combination of Vampire Diaries and Flashdance. That she dresses how she wants to be treated. So if she dresses flirty, well, I'm gonna flirt with her. That's how you read people. That's how you deal with people. I know, you say, well, this is an ethics video. Don't judge a book by its cover. But that's all last century thinking. We judge magazines by our covers, right? And magazines are more popular than books. True fact.
No, he's wrong. 100% wrong.
Is that what he said? I think I need to take a shower.
We've reached the point in the agenda for public comment. Anyone have public comment?
Hello, my name is Anna Schott. I'm a little nervous, I'm sorry. But I just found out that Santa Fe is listed as a creative city by UNESCO, and I don't know why we're not getting paid by the United Nations to enforce international law. And next, I would like City Hall to have a kitchen with an oven. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Horace Go Western.
Hello, is there anybody in there? Just not if you can hear me. Is there anyone home?
There is a shocking lack of transparency in Santa Fe.
Wrong.
This committee should do more.
Wrong.
We need public bathrooms on the plaza.
Wrong. And what does that have to do with transparency? Do you want like a clear stall anyway? You should be locked up. You should have a lock stall.
Okay, is there an app for that?
Lesson number 5. During public comment, you can A. Yell right back at the public, or B. Pay attention and take notes. The correct answer is B. Pay attention and take notes.
Okay, and we're adjourned. Thanks, folks.
Hey, CJ. Hey, CJ.
I'm CJ.
You're CJ?
I'm flattered by the text. And it's nice that somebody out there finds me attractive. But I'm already taken.
There's a lot of critics in this job, but you have to blow off steam. And so I was excited to use some of those unlimited free tickets to nonprofit events that we get on the committee. Turns out it was another alternative fact. Committee members can get an occasional meal, gift, or ticket not to exceed $50, and we don't have to fill out any paperwork about it. But a counselor, well, that's different. A counselor can receive a gift like a ticket between $50 to $250, and they have to fill out a one-page gift form at the city clerk's office within 10 days of the event. If the ticket or ticket's combined value is more than $250, the counselor has to write a check to the charity for the amount above $250. It doesn't matter how noble the cause. The counselor really needs to work with the city attorney's office to determine the actual value of the ticket, which can be different than the face value of the ticket if there's a large charitable value to it. I heard the story about that Councilor Romero who was on my Parks Committee. Well, she didn't keep track of her gifts. She accepted tons of gift tickets and gifts over $250. All sorts of things for her and her spouse. Dance, dance, dance. Party, party, party. Nah, that's a bit harsh, because a lot of the events were fundraisers for local nonprofits. But when she had to fill out the forms, she had accepted too much. And she had to write personal checks to charities for accepting so much. I heard she had to get a second job just to pay it off. I don't know, everyone loves burritos, don't they? Most committee meetings are about making good laws for the city of Santa Fe. A lot of people say, well, that's just making sausage. I don't see democracy that way. I see it different layers. An idea comes to my committee, and then we send it to a full council committee, and then it goes to the full city council for public debate. It's like layers, like that ice cream. There's a strawberry layer, a vanilla layer, and a chocolate layer. My committee's like the strawberry layer. What do they call that ice cream? Napoleon ice cream. Wait a second. That's a very bad analogy for democracy. The chairperson gave me material to read about ethics and adjudications, but I just gave it to CJ to read for me.
Zach, I noticed you left this book in my office, Plunkett of Tammany Hall. I took the liberty of reading a few chapters, and I'm concerned, Zach, because you have to realize that what went on in Tammany Hall in New York City, that's against the law now.
I honestly don't know what Project Runway would want me to say on this one.
For example, in this book it talks about honest graft, and it distinguishes it versus dishonest graft. Dishonest graft being actually stealing things from the city, like stealing city money, stealing city property, and honest graft being using your position to make money by getting money from outside people, by, selling your influence or anything like that. But that's not right. You can't do that anymore.
An adjudication? I had to look that up. Well, it's just a fancy word for me being a judge. An adjudication is when a citizen is asking for a specific right, or someone was accused of a certain bad act. And there are certain rules for committee members. Usually we talk about ordinances that affect everyone in the city of Santa Fe, like a new ordinance for a skate park. We can talk to the public all we want, but for an adjudication, we're focused on something very specific, for a specific part of the city or tract of land. Rule 1, we can't talk to the public in advance of a meeting. Rule number 2, we can't talk to the citizen who's making the request or the neighbors in advance of the meeting. Rule 3, we can't do outside research. We can't go to the site in question. We can't go on the internet. We can't research. We just have to read the documents that are given to us in the meeting packet. The goal is to listen to the evidence. Rule number 4, for those youngsters out there, do not comment on the case on Facebook before it happens. Don't say on Facebook like, I'm totally going to kill this project. And rule number 5, you can't talk to your other committee members in advance. You can't cook up a result.
Lesson number 6. If a party involved with a quasi-judicial action wants to talk to you at the grocery store before the meeting, you should A. Let him buy your groceries as a bribe, or B. Politely say you cannot talk about the quasi-judicial action. The answer is B. You should politely say that you cannot talk about the quasi-judicial action.
I'm asking for the new park to be renamed.
Why?
The new park has a placeholder name. It's called Jane Doe Park.
And what's your evidence?
My name is Jane Doe. All my Facebook friends think I'm dead because of the name of the park.
So you're saying you have proof that you're actually not dead?
Lesson number 7. A committee member should A. Be respectful to other committee members, or B. Talk a lot and talk over everyone. The answer is A. Be respectful to other committee members.
Of course, every adjudication has to have its courtroom drama.
I'm surprised you don't remember me.
But your name is so generic.
Jane Doe is generic. I actually spell it D-O-U-G-H.
Oh, Jane Doe. My family business has a contract with a Jane Doe. I think you pay us $10,000 a year for computer services. If that's you, I'll do whatever you say. I'll vote for you. That's ethical, right?
No, he's wrong. 100% wrong. Absolutely wrong.
Lesson number 8. A conflict of interest exists when you vote on an item that benefits A. Yourself or your business, B. A member of your family, household, or their business, C. Your employer or client if you have received more than $500 from them, or D. A civic, social, or religious group where you or a member of your household is an officer. The answer is all of the above.
It turns out the conflict of interest rules apply to RFPs, requests for proposals, too. So my family business can't bid on a contract when my committee gets to vote on whether the contract is good or not.
Lesson number 9. The exception to the conflict of interest rule is when the vote will actually benefit A. A substantial segment of the population, or B. There are no exceptions because this is a training video and everyone knows the point of a training video is to lecture you into submission. The answer is A. The exception applies when the vote will benefit a substantial segment of the population.
Turns out the city code defines a conflict of interest to include your parents, your siblings, your children, and anyone that lives in your household. Okay, I won't vote on this. I'll take the high road, but I just want to sit here and discuss this and just give him my 2 cents. That's ethical, right?
He's wrong.
Okay, I see you want to kick me out of the room and send me to the hallway, but can't I just stay in this comfortable chair and relax?
No.
Number 10. Once you have a conflict of interest, you A. Need to leave the room while it is being discussed, or B. Stay and try to influence the vote, just like Putin. The answer is A. You need to leave the room while it is being discussed.
I think I've learned my 10 new things. And look, I'm back at my favorite bench at City Hall, right where I started my video journey. It's actually quite close to the mayor's office. I should go thank the mayor. Committee work in the city of Santa Fe. You never know what's going to happen tomorrow. Carpe diem, carpe living, and carpe ethics.